do we have any cognizance whatsoever of the price our forebears paid for the privilege that you and I have to be in this sanctuary tonight, relatively at peace with our community and with our government, allowing us the opportunity to be here in God's house and worship the Lord freely as we are doing? Have we any thought whatsoever of the price that was paid that allows us this unique opportunity? And church, let me say, this is a unique opportunity. This is an aberration of history. It's not always been this way. The norm for God's people has been what we read in verses 36 through 38. That's the norm. Trial of cruel mockings, bondage, imprisonment, stonings, torture, wandering in deserts and mountains and dens and caves of the earth, no place to call home, always on the move, always at odds with society around us and with the government over us. Wives and husbands separated, children separated from their parents, and parents from their children. Let me ask you a question. Why did they do it? Why did they do it? Why did they allow themselves to be sawn asunder? Why were they tortured? Why were they imprisoned? Why did they not acquiesce to the culture? Why did they not surrender to the government? Why did not they throw up their hands and say it's not worth it? Why should we suffer? The rest of society was not suffering. Not everyone was being thrown into the lions' dens. Not everyone was hanging on a cross. Not everyone was seeing their families ripped apart. Not everyone was wandering about in the caves and the dens of the earth. Not everyone had retreated to the deserts. Many, if not most, of their peers were living in comfort. They walked the streets of their cities in peace. The governing officials and the police agencies left them alone. Their children went to school in peace. The men went to work in peace. The ladies went to the market in peace. They slept in comfortable beds. They had comfortable homes and comfortable surroundings. They had many friends. They enjoyed the levities of life. But these men and women, those who called themselves believers, whether they were Hebrew or Christian, suffered the affliction of persecution in a way that you and I cannot comprehend. Why did they do it? Why did they do it? We have a generation of Christians today that the slightest little discomfort, the first message that's a little bit too hard to handle, the first disagreement with the pastor, the first thing that we find a little disconcerting and out of place and something that we can't wrap our minds around, the first conflict, the first controversy, and we're out the door looking for another church. Looking for a place that's a little bit more peaceful, looking for a place that's a little bit more convenient, looking for a place that's a little bit more fun. Our Christianity may be a mile wide, but it's only an inch deep.